Our first guest tonight, joining us from Capitol Hill, Dems there continuing to hold the military hostage over the issue of amnesty for illegal immigrants, and Republicans are now rallying as well for the public release of a bombshell House intel memo on FISA abuses. Joining us is Congressman Paul Gosar, member of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, and others. Good to have you with us. And
thanks, Lou.
Let's the Schumer shutdown. This at 5 hours and just under 5 hours and counting, even with the 10 o'clock, further developments that we await. This looks like it's not going to end well. What is your sense?
It probably is not. I agree with some of your guests that they've taken themselves down a box-hole canyon and there's no way out. And that's why I do think that we're going to have some type of a shutdown, at least over the weekend, for them to try to save face. But that's awful sad, Lou, because it's holding our military hostage. But it really goes to show you how bad the protocol is in the Senate. And they're the true problem in this whole mess is that we're not doing our job right. The lie is in the senior body.
In this, it seems to me to be just straightforward about it. For Mitch McConnell and for Paul Ryan in the Senate and the House to get here with the budget process, it's just irresponsible to be here again. And I would say the same thing if they were Democrats. The leadership are behaving moronically. And what else is the government going to do? What will the House of Representatives do if we shut down the government? Is there some real need for Congress for the next, 9 months, 10 months?
Well, what I would differ, Lou, is at least the House did its job. We passed a budget and the 12 appropriation bills, as we promised, a bait that they were shortened. But we haven't seen a single vote or a single appropriation bill out of the Senate. And that's because of the rules that are built into their arcane format of the Senate. Right. We hide. Instead of making people take votes, I'll give you an example. They've been holding up nominations. Why wouldn't
and we'll continue to do so, apparently.
Absolutely, until you break them. Why not bring them in and bring out the cots, bring out the medics
it's
and
your
the
party.
IVs,
You tell
and make
me.
them go 24/7?
Why is Mitch McConnell not responding to the president's call to get rid of that idiotic and archaic
I don't know, Lou, but I've been one of those voices out in the wilderness that have been screaming at the top of my voice in that. In fact, I've challenged my 2 senators back home publicly. And they don't want that debate with me. But that's a problem. We got to put light on that, shine the light on this problem and show the American people that it lies with the Senate and make sure that we don't go down this road again. I want to pick this fight right now because I think the American public is sick and tired of this kind of crap coming out of here. Yeah. It's no longer the swamp, it's the sewer, and it's about ready to belch.
Yeah, it is swamp, sewer, and so much more, as we all know, and as we are learning further every day. And speaking of the swamp, this 4-page memo, you today, I understand, just read it.
Yep.
Your reaction to that House Intel memo and what it portends once everyone reads that memo, if indeed that's to occur?
It's sad. It's something that's sitting on government oversight, seeing Fast and Furious, seeing Benghazi, seeing IRS, seeing the unmasking of American citizens. This is the worst that America can actually even hope for. And that's why it has to go publicly, because we have to make sure that we get back to that rule of law, that everybody's held to the same character of the law, nobody above it. And that's not what this memo is going to show. It's going to show plenty of people abusing the law.
Plenty of people. Names are named in this memorandum.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
And this is worse than Watergate, as some have said?
Absolutely. I mean,
Congressman, I've got to ask you a question. Dianne Feinstein famously got a cold and released the Fusion GPS testimony. Why don't, as Jason Chaffetz suggested, one of you get a cold and release that damn memo? Because I got to be honest with you, as one American speaking to one elected official, I am so sick of closed doors and meetings with these bureaucrats that call themselves representatives of the Department of Justice and FBI officials. These people haven't successfully concluded an investigation, as far as I know. The leadership, before we even look at that memo, I have been saying on this broadcast for months and months and months, they are two of the most corrupt bodies in Washington.
They are. And Lou, when you saw the previous administration with the fast and furious Benghazi, the IRS, the unmasking, you saw the weaponization of the Department of Justice and not getting the legal means of remedy back to the American people with justice. That's what we've got to do, is shine that light to get that justice back and hold people accountable.
Let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Why doesn't, I want to give Chris Farrell credit for this suggestion. Under the speech
and debate clause.
Speech and debate clause, Article 1, Section 6, it is absolutely permitted that you could read that from the floor of the House.
If you had the presence of a copy. That's the problem. I don't have the presence of a copy, nor does anybody else. They were very strict when we went into the SCIF, Lou. Yeah. Otherwise, it should be read.
But why in the hell why isn't your leadership, Paul Ryan, why aren't they calling for the release? Why in the world is there even a discussion about this? Because what you're talking about is of urgent and material and substantial importance to the American people.
Well, Lou, you bring up a good point. Why wouldn't Speaker Ryan tonight, when we're seeing the Democrats play games on the other side, why wouldn't he convene the House and bring this very, very point up and bring it out so that the public can see this, so that the people that are held accountable are shamed about what is being hidden from the American people? Why not do it right now? Isn't that a card to be played properly in front of the American people for justice served? Maybe that's the way we ought to be looking at this, is at the same time we're being dilly-dallied with Chuck Schumer. Maybe what we ought to be doing is playing another card and backing him further into that cauldron called accountability.
Yeah, and frankly, I have no doubt that Senator Schumer is eager to have a Schumer shutdown, in part to divert the American public's attention from that 4-page memo that you read today, and that we all want the American people to read straight away. Congressman, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it, and good luck with all you're trying to do.
Thank you, Lou. And Mark Meadows says he's a big fan of yours.
Well, Mark Meadows, it is absolutely mutual. Thank you so much, Congressman.
Thanks, Lou.
Congressman Paul Gosar.